Today, we're going to be looking at some of the most strange and obscure officially licensed Plants vs. Zombies merchandise of all time. This being the Plants vs. Zombies AR card game, which is extremely obscure and barely anyone actually knows about. And today I'm going to be telling you about all the information I could find over the past few days where I've researched this card game. And today I'm going to be telling you about the history of these cards, the amount of sets that these cards were made for, and also the game that you could actually play using these cards. So yeah, with all that said, let's start off with the first set ever made for this card set. Now, it's actually unknown when these cards were first released, but they were released at least in 2018. As well, we have some footage of this card set being opened from 2018, so yeah, it was probably earlier before it was released, but yeah, at least 2018 when these cards were first released. But it could easily be in 2017 or even earlier in 2016, as some people claim to have footage from there, but they actually haven't ever shown it. But yeah, overall, when these cards were first actually released is very obscure and basically barely anyone has information about it. But yeah, starting off with the first set, we actually don't know what the first set is, but I'm pretty sure I found it. As well, for the first few sets, they seem to actually make them in order of the world, starting off with the Ancient Egypt and Pirate Seed set. As well, for the first few sets, they kind of released them in groups, being the Pirate Seed set and the Ancient Egypt set together, and they also released the Wild West and the Far Future set together as well. But yeah, for the first few sets, it seems that they went in order of the worlds, then they just kind of went off track and just started making whatever they wanted. Because, well, as you can see, some of these card sets are overall just really random and they don't actually have any really theme towards them. Also, another just really strange thing about these cards is that the packs inside of the booster boxes that these cards come in don't actually match up with what they are. As well, the Ancient Egypt box comes with packs that have a surfer zombie on the front of it, so yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, as well the packs don't really line up with what the boxes say are in them. But the cards inside of these surfer zombie packs actually are Ancient Egypt cards, so yeah, it's overall just really weird because it seems that they just kind of mixed up the packs on these. As well, in the Pirate Seas set, you can't actually get Pirate Seas packs. You can only get the Pirate Seas packs in the Lost City set. So yeah, it's overall just really strange how they ordered these cards and what they put them in the boxes. So yeah, it's overall just really strange how they put them in the boxes and also how they just kind of mixed up the packs like that. But yeah, they also have these mini packs that don't really have a theme to them and just have a bunch of random packs inside of them. So yeah, you could kind of get these packs for a lot cheaper than the original ones. But yeah, since then, they basically made a set based off of every world, and since then, they just kind of combined a bunch of worlds together and made a few new sets with that. And now for the cards themselves, it actually works pretty weirdly. As well, there are hundreds of different cards in this set because, well, the pea shooter itself just has tons of variants of it. As well, if you look at the top of the card, you'll see a row of suns, and well, the more suns that the card has, the rarer it is. So if a card that you get only has a few suns, it isn't really worth that much, but the more suns there is, the more powerful it is in the game. And well, if you look at the bottom of the card, you'll see an orange and green number representing the attack damage it does, and also the amount of health it has. As well, I'm pretty sure the orange number is the health, and the green number is the amount of damage it could do total. And well, on the bottom of the card, it also says that the pea shooter costs 100 suns, which I actually don't know really why it says that, because well, in the game, you don't actually really spend the suns at all. So it's kind of strange that it says that on the card, because you really don't even use that gimmick at all, as you don't actually have to spend any suns in the game. So yeah, it's overall just a really strange thing that doesn't really make a lot of sense to have on the card. Also, the little stuff in the bottom right just kind of says about what it does, except I can't really read it because it's all in Chinese. And well, there are also normal rarity cards and also super rare cards. And well, the super rare cards are just basically shiny versions of the normal cards. So yeah, the shinier the card, the rarer it is. But yeah, that's basically all there is to it with the normal cards. And well, now we're going to move on to the actual game itself. But before we move on to the game, I do want to tell you, if you want to buy any of these cards, you could get them on AliExpress for pretty cheap, but make sure to look out for bootlegs. As well, on the screen right now, I'm showing you some of the bootlegs, and well, they're overall pretty obvious because well, sometimes they don't even use zombie or plants that are actually in the game. They also look nothing like the official cards as well. Here's an official card and here are the bootleg cards. You could clearly tell that these are fake. Also, while searching for this video, I found this very strange Uno Plants vs. Zombies card set, which is very strange as well. Sometimes they don't even use plants or zombies that are even in the game. But yeah, with those bootlegs out of the way, we're going to actually look at the game for the normal cards. Now, from what I could tell, the game itself actually doesn't really have a lot to it. But it is very hard to play this game as well. The only place you could really play this game is if you live in China. As well, you need a Chinese ID to play this game, just like Plants vs. Zombies 2 Chinese Edition, except unlike Plants vs. Zombies 2 Chinese Edition, there's no really way to get around this in the AR card game. So it really seems that if you live in America or basically any other country outside of China, well, you can't really play this game. But yeah, the game itself doesn't really have a lot to it as well, but it's basically just a normal fighting game. As well, basically you get a plant and a zombie on each side, and well, you make them just fight each other. And well, there's also online battles where you and your friends could actually play against each other using the cards that you get. So yeah, you could also just play random online lobbies in this game, but it also seems that this game's just very inactive anymore. As of basically every single one of the gameplays that I could find are from China, and well, they're basically all from 3 years ago. As well, it seems in the past few years this game has just kind of died out and it just really isn't that popular anymore. And well, it even seems that they stopped releasing card sets, as well the latest card sets that I could find are from mid-2021 to the beginning of 2022. And well, it seems that they just kind of stopped producing these things, as well the game itself just kind of got less and less popular. And what it kind of makes sense is, well, the game itself just looks really lackluster and there really isn't much to do inside of it. And well, even the 3D animations used in this game are just overall just really weird. As well, especially on some of the plants, they just look really weird looking, and some of the times it just doesn't even show up on the screen, it just glitches. Which, well, from what I could look at from these videos, it actually seems that this game glitches a lot, and it seems like it just kind of crashes sometimes when the game doesn't work. So from what I could tell, it seems that this game was pretty much a failure, and well, they stopped releasing the card sets a little while ago. But you can still pretty easily get these cards on AliExpress as well. They're still in stock, as they made tons of them when they were very popular when they were first released. You know, but you can actually find a few unboxings on YouTube of them. So yeah, it's overall pretty interesting that it exists, and well, but it doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere in the future at this time. But it would be cool if they released some more sets as well. But they overall look pretty cool, and I really like the artwork on most of these cards. But yeah, that's really all there is to talk about these cards as well. These cards are just very obscure and have very little information about them. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and yeah, have a great day.